Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about a black suit right now. We're live. And it is 12:43 p.m. Where I am in the sunny Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. It's Carnival weekend. I'm not going to be doing anything with the Carnival. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to take my vacation right now. But, man, we got to talk about this black suit, man. Woo! Man, there's a lot to say. There's a lot to talk about. We're live, man. You can talk in the comment section below. Just check the comment section right over there. Let's go. So we're going to talk. I'm talking with my good friend, William Ruffin. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to Dave, Ethan. Shout out to William Maribel. Shout out to Trent Osborne. Shout out to John King. Shout out to so many other people. Steve Rogers comes up in my thing. I know that's not your real name, but, you know, there are a whole bunch of you that come to this channel and you check out my channel. Of course, Larry Kong. Shit, I forgot your name. Oh, Leroy Kong. There you go. Leroy Kong. Shout out to you, brother. You know, shout out to all of you that come to my channel, support my channel. I have over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. We're gonna talk about this black suit, boy. We're gonna talk about this black suit that Warner Brothers be promoting right now. Now, obviously, like I said before, Superman doesn't wear a black suit in Justice League. We know this. We know this already. But we do see a glimpse of the black suit as Superman is walking through the corridor to pick up his blue suit. Right? We see it. Now, the interesting thing about that whole video is you hear Hans Zimmer's score and everything, and it's a completed scene, and it's a deleted scene. What that means, folks, what that means is that it was there already. It was done, but they decided not to include it in the final cut. And of course, some of you are going to be like, why? And I'm asking the same question. Why? You know, I don't get it either. And so at this point in time, what it tells us, and I have to actually retract one of my statements, and I have to apologize to Stephen M. Colbert. This is the second time he's been correct. He's dead on. That there actually was a much more completed cut than I thought was there. Sitting down. And I look at some of the deleted scenes. I have a whole collection of deleted scenes. And I can tell you right now, yeah, Zach shot, and not only that, but he had completed scenes. He had some completed scenes. There were scenes that post-production needed to be completed. But that particular scene that we saw, which was a deleted scene, it's a complete scene. It's a complete scene. So by the time they had to choose whether they wanted it in or not, there are other scenes that were not completed that still need some post-production work on them. They were done, but it was post-production work needed to be done. So the truth of the matter is that there is a version that Zack Snyder did of this movie that is, well, at this point in time, it's almost done in many respects. I do believe Joss Whedon reshot certain scenes to include events that happened in Wonder Woman, and they brought it. So Joss Whedon reshot certain Cyborg scenes were reshot by, but for the most part, the movie itself is 85% done by Zack Snyder. So that should tell you something. So Stephen M. Colbert, you were 100% correct. You were 100% right. And we have the facts. The facts from that deleted scene that Warner Brothers showed. Warner Brothers showed that for their DVD and their Blu-ray and their digital copy. Pretty much that's dead on right there. That supports everything. So I was wrong. Those people who were saying that there was a Zack Snyder cut out there, I know what they meant. They were right. It wasn't a complete cut, obviously, but there was a cut, a functional cut, a cut that you could actually go and watch. There really was that. So I'm wrong. Okay? And I acknowledge it. I have no qualm saying I'm wrong. See, the thing with me is I want truth, but you got to back it up with facts, and there it is. There are a lot of erroneous things the release the Snyder Cut fans were saying, but when it comes to this, the facts are right there. Okay, and I have deleted scenes to back that up that Joss Whedon reshot over. Okay, so yes, you know, Zack Snyder did 85% of this movie. He had even a much more complete, longer movie for people to see. All right, with a lot more special effects and stuff, and even a lot more meaning and gravitas to certain things. Elaborated a little bit more on. Was the story and plot, would the story and plot have changed? No, but the movie itself would have been flushed out a lot more. Which leads me to this point, and I have to make it anyway. And then I'm going to go into some other things. Don't worry, because I talked with William Ruffin, and I'm glad I met this brother because I love him because he's somebody who thinks and reasons, and we can discuss things. Let me just make it abundantly clear that the present cut is full of stuff. All right, it's full of wonderful stuff, and I'm not done. I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. Maybe you'll have to go up on Facebook, check out our group Justice League Unite. Check out the page DC Fan Gives Hope. Check out the group. If for those who are real Zack Snyder fans, check out Real DCEU Fans. That group, you can check it out. You got to answer some questions about the themes and concepts that come there because basically I'm a person who deals with themes and concepts, and that's what I like about Zack Snyder. And there are a number of other Zack Snyder fans like that. All right, so, but having said that, this is what I got to say, and I'm not going to apologize for it because this is the truth. There was a functional version out there, and that's why people talk about release the Snyder cut. And I definitely want the director's cut, but don't get it twisted. I also will support this cut coming out and get the digital copy. I'm definitely going to get that. I want to see what they have on that. Now, having said all of that, let me make it abundantly clear about a couple other things. And by the way, remember, you can leave your comments in the comment section. Check out the comments. Go ahead. Voice everything. Talk. I want you to talk. This is a discussion time. And it's specifically about the black suit. Let's get to it. So WB comes out and pulls this up. Now, come on, man, WB. Come on. You had a copy of this black suit. You knew the fans wanted this black suit. You couldn't put that into the movie. You couldn't put, I mean, people were waiting for the shot of Batman. They were waiting for Superman. You know, when we saw the hologram, they wanted to know what was going on there. When Alfred was saying, you know, he said you would come. Let's hope you're not too late. All of that wasn't put in, right? And fans wanted to see that from the trailers. It reminded me of Suicide Squad, like I said before. The trailers show you one thing. The movie comes now. You're expecting some things that you saw from the trailers. And you don't see it in the movie. And you're like, and the trailers didn't show you too much. So you're waiting for it. Now, having said all of that, also, here's the other thing. Because I got so much to say, but, man, I got to take my time and just say things. WB. WB, you must learn your lesson about runtime by now. Zack Snyder's Watchmen. You wanted to cut down that movie. And what happened? It was a box office flop. When the director's cut came out, people loved the director's cut, right? You went back and you did it again with BVS. You didn't get as much money as you wanted to get. Didn't you learn your lesson by then? No. You come here now, 2-hour cut. Yeah, Zack went over the limit. Fine. But you compromise with Zack. You say, you know what, man? You do your thing. Because by now you should know with Zack Snyder, man, WB. With Zack Snyder, you don't get short movies like that. You do sometimes, Man of Steel, Sucker Punch. But at the end of the day, WB, what are you doing? No, seriously, what are you doing? I'm just asking. I'm not criticizing you, not slamming you, and not bashing. What are you doing, though? Don't you learn your lesson? Yeah, it worked. It worked for what's that movie? Suicide Squad. It worked for Suicide Squad. But WB, come on now, come on. And then you done already got the detractors and the haters and the people who want to shut down your DCEU. They wanted to fail. WB, you got to work with your core support. You got to. All right. Excuse me. So that's that. When I saw the black suit, I was excited and yet I was kind of angry. Like some other people. Not everybody was like that. I remember when I was watching the Ultimate Cut and I saw Batman swoop down, pull up that guard. And I was like, why wasn't this in the theatrical cut? You know what I'm saying? I felt how. I know it sounds fickle, but as a fanboy, you want the fanboy stuff. You know it has meaning behind it too. but it's also the tribute and the callback to certain things. And, you know, so that was my take on it. Now, when I was talking with William Ruffin, I love that brother, man. He's great. He made a very important point. And so I will make that point too. Han Solo movie. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Thor, The Dark World. A lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes. Star Wars, The Last Jedi. A lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes. Star Wars Rogue One. A lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes. Star Wars The Force Awakens. A lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes. Ant-Man. A lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes. I don't recall the media, especially media outlets, being as negative and as nasty as these media outlets have been concerning Justice League. And the rumors and rumors and rumors. They tried to do it with Wonder Woman. Remember that? They tried to do it with Wonder Woman too. Patty Jenkins didn't have it. That's a note to Warner Bros. With their PR. If people didn't know all these things in the behind the scenes stuff that was happening with these movies and a much ado about them, ain't nobody would have complained. But it worked out the way it worked out. And that's in some respects a good thing and some respects a bad thing. WB needs to learn. One, you better do better with your PR. Two, what are you doing when it comes to runtime? Why do you feel you're going to get more money by shortening up the runtime? Why don't you believe in your director, especially Zack Snyder, believe in the dude and extend your runtime to accommodate him? Because he is pouring his heart and soul into these movies. And they will produce if you let him, just let him pour his heart and soul into it. I don't know, man. Movies have a way of developing, so we'll see. WB, you have a history of when you try to lighten up movies, the movies flop or they suck. Okay? You have a history of this. Jeff Johns may say, oh, whatever he says. He's an advisor for DC. Creative team. Cool. And I don't think he's but Green Lantern, you tried to make Green Lantern this lighter film. It didn't work. But what's up? It had some layers and had some depth. You tried after you got success with Batman 1989 and Batman Returns, which everybody's saying. I hear some people saying, oh, that Tim Burton film, it was real Tim Burton-y and blah, 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 blah. I hear some people saying that. It was a hell of a film. I thought it was a better film than Batman 1989. Okay? Hell of a film. Now, WB, you go, you get Schumacher. Some of y'all don't like to hear me say this, but Schumacher said, Michael Keaton heard it too. Schumacher said, man, Batman's too dark. We need to lighten up Batman. And Michael Keaton was like, I'm gone. Bye. He realized what it was. And they done already kicked off Tim Burton. All right? They kicked off Tim Burton. WB, do you see what Schumacher did to your movies? The first one, which was in 1995, I believe it was, Batman Forever, which some people defend. I don't like it. I never liked it. And I don't think I ever will like it. But the point is, it does have some merits in it, little smatters of merit. The point is, they went and they tried to change the tone of the movies. And what eventually happened? A box office flop, and it flopped and lost money. It flopped hard with Batman and Robin. Why is WB always trying to do things that they shouldn't be doing? You have a track history. You have a track record. Green Lantern flopped. Batman and Robin flopped. Batman Forever didn't make as much as the first two Batman films. Learn your lesson. You want to sell toys, then do something to get people in the cinema. Otherwise, you're not going to sell your toys. All right? You struck gold with Christopher Nolan, who came in a serious movie. Ain't no light tone. You're going to have to do a light tone for Shazam, obviously. But again, gravitas. Where is it? So you telling Zack Snyder, oh, you need to lighten it up a bit. Well, you didn't drop a completed film on us. We still got a film that was incomplete with the CG and special effects. So what are you doing, WB? That's my talk to WB. And now you're going to drop in a deleted scene. You're going to like, it's almost like you insulting people. You're like, you know, we had this all the time. We had the black suit all the time. But we just wasn't going to show it. Because screw y'all. Like, that's a feeling you can get. You actually can feel like WB was saying, screw you. We're not going to give you our choicest scenes. We'll prime you up in the ads, and then we'll just screw you in the movie. That's the kind of feeling we're getting. I'm not saying it's true. It's not true at all. They were trying their best. But you can't be doing these things. You have to have a direction. So that's what I got to say about that. That's how some fans will feel about it. Now, like I said before, the environment in which we are in gives Marvel a pass for the same things happening in their production of movies. All right, let's not forget that, right? They get a pass, right? We just had a Marvel movie called Thor Ragnarok, which some people will defend. Oh, it was a comedy and stuff. Thor ain't no comedy. Thor is not a comedy. What are you trying to do Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with Thor Ragnarok? It's not supposed to be funny. So why is there no outrage about that? Why is it the Marvel fans are still supporting that movie? Oh, it was, you know, it wasn't a good movie. It was a bit disappointing. A bit disappointing? Really? Where's the outrage? Double standards. Because the industry is going after Warner Brothers and DC. They want to see them shut down. They want a monopoly. Okay? So that's why I was defending Justice League, because I understood what was going on. How you going to have a big melee, a big holla-boo-boo over Justice League? Come on. Really? It was a good enough movie. It was a good movie. Better than Marvel. It was a bunch of Marvel movies. Better than them. It wasn't completed, clearly, CG-wise. But it was better than those movies. Some people argue it was better than Star Wars The Last Jedi. I'm thinking about it still. Because I like Star Wars The Last Jedi quite a lot. And it has a lot in it. But story-wise, it's better than Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi has some themes that Justice League does not have. But they are different movies, different stories. Finishing touch, Star Wars got the edge on it. Finishing touch, I mean, come on now. And Justice League, that's probably the minimal you would see of Justice League. It probably gets better and better the more you have Zack included in it. Because some of the reshot scenes that Whedon did, we know it should have been, you should have just kept the original, right? With Cyborg. It's okay, Alfred, I'll take it from here. Cyborg more like a machine, because remember, he's a machine human, but he's not human, he's not machine, but he's in between the world. And that would have made Cyborg more machine-like, so that we wonder if you could trust him or not. That was the whole point. So here's what it is. They did reshoots of Cyborg. And by doing reshoots of Cyborg, they kind of messed up his origin as well, because they made it kind of very blurry and not clear. Let me give you an example of what I mean. So Cyborg talks about the mother box that they find in Europe, and then they bring to Britain. And then they try to date it, and it was so old, right? And then he goes on to say, and then the night that Superman died, she lit up like Christmas. And then he goes on to say after that, they brought it to America, to Star Labs, where my father realized that it was a perpetual energy matrix. Now, if you go in that particular order, that botches up the whole origin of Cyborg, because Cyborg, in that particular order, Cyborg was created before Superman died, not after. So if you're going in that particular order, they botched it up. But if you're looking at it as Cyborg saying separate statements, then it doesn't have to be in that particular order. Then you have something, and so that makes it blurry and murky. So that reshoot kind of messed up the continuity somewhat in terms of blurring it up. Anyways, my point is this: that Zack Snyder had a scene for that we now realize Joss Whedon did almost that entire scene where they were talking about Superman being resurrected. Snyder had a scene as well, and I have some deleted footage of it where Cyborg was actually projecting images and explaining his background story and all of that in those scenes. And there's some more special effects that Cyborg does, and there's things with Aquaman does and all of that stuff. And I thought that they made Aquaman a little too jokey, like he was a little bit, probably was like that and with certain cuts, but I think he was supposed to be a little bit more like he was very much more aggressive in certain respects with certain things. But no, I think basically that's what it is. It's basically Zack Snyder's Aquaman. So anyway, at the end of the day, my thing is that I want a director's cut. I want to see a director's cut. All right, that's my take on it. I know a lot of you guys might be talking in the comment section. If you haven't, put your comments in the comment section there. It's a hot topic. Go ahead, run your mouth, enjoy yourself. You could even suck it to me. I told you there was a black suit. And I'm gonna be like, okay, well, it was a black suit. All right, cool. So I'm going to do a video with Man of Steel. I'm going to show you the black suit, and I'll show you the suit that you saw from Krypton. And I'll put that little video montage together. I don't know if I'll do it on YouTube or I'll do it on Facebook, because I've been doing a lot of stuff on Facebook, showing you the continuity through the movies. It's really fun to do. But yeah. All right, let me see who's here and what's. I'm not really seeing you guys, so I can't see really what's going on. I'm going to go across to YouTube and actually look at your comments at this point in time. Who's here and what's. Okay, we got a whole bunch of people here. Okay, Dave Ethan, try not to be destructive like Snyder Cut fanatics. Nah, man, I'm not destructive, man. Shadow Dragon 1939. People need to buy the DVD Blu-ray if they want a Snyder Cut. The sales will determine that. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm like, let me make it abundantly clear to you guys. I will be buying the digital release, but I want to make it abundantly clear. I want the director's cut now. When I see the director's cut, I'm going to throw away everything else. I'm just being real with you guys. But yes, DC right now, we need as much support as we can for the DCEU. And I tell you, the present cut is awesome. I just want to see much better stuff now. I want to go to the next level. David, especially the Junkie XL score. I want to see that. I don't know if it's completed or not, but I would prefer to see the Junkie XL score, the Hans Zimmer score. It's just so much more grander and more epic, etc. I also want them to make sure they have the movie properly finished and refined. Dave Ethan says, that's right, Shadow Dragon. That's the only way to get that. Leroy Count, hello, great live video. I'm totally satisfied with Justice League. That's awesome. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, we will eventually get the Snyder Cut. I have no worries. Yes, man, I'm hoping we get that Snyder Cut, that director's cut, man. I'm really hoping for that now. Let me make it abundantly clear again, guys. There are other movies where they didn't make a much ado about them and they came out. All right. But having said that, we know what it is. I want a director's cut. I want a director's cut of this film. I want a director's cut. I want a director's cut. And that's how I feel about it. I want to see a director's cut. I want to see a director's cut of this film. I will be buying the digital release, but now in my mind, it's unresolved. I'm like, no, I need to see a director's cut. And I want it as long as it needs to be to tell the story fluently and nicely. I want more. Now, I mean, if any of you are against a director's cut, man, I know everybody wants a director's cut. So we're going to get a director's cut. We have to get a director's cut. I'm going to support this cut. Don't get it wrong. I want to see what the deleted scenes are. I want to see what's in the movie, that's extra. But and I hope that they have it refined and it looks proper. Okay. But I want a director's cut. I hope you guys ain't mad at me for that, but I mean, we need that, man. I want that. Now, having said that, like I said before, the environment is one in which they've been trying to sink this movie. And we know dirty-minded people have been trying to sink this movie. People who don't, like, I was talking to William Ruffin, and he said, look at this. people who are not even Zack Snyder fans, who have been criticizing Zack Snyder. Sook Mike Hook, welcome from Singapore. Welcome, Sook Mike Hook. Man, it's nice to see you, man. Even people who was they weren't even Zack Snyder fans. They're going up on major media sites and talking about, oh, we want to see the Zack Snyder. Come on, shut up. Y'all know I was never a Zack Snyder fan. So we know it's a conspiracy to try and sink the sales of this movie, hurt Warner Brothers, and hopefully help Disney to push ahead. You know, you haven't even heard me talk about any Marvel movie for this year, have you? You know why? I'm keeping that out of my lips because I don't care about those things anymore. Like, they're dismissive. To me, they're all the same. So no disrespect to nobody, but I'm tired of it, man. Yo, William. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. I have no disrespect to Marvel. You know, I like Marvel films and stuff, but I'm not interested in none of them right this year. I'm only interested in Aquaman. And it's because, to me, the DCU gives you something extra. And I'm tired of seeing the same story. I looked at 2 trailers of Black Panther, and I was like, God damn, the same thing again, man. I'm so happy for the guy who played Gollum from Lord of the Rings. He's actually acting as an actor in a movie. That's kind of cool. He's the bad guy. I think he's Claw, and that's cool. But like, you know, how everybody's trying to get hyped for Black Panther and stuff. Everybody gonna be mad at me, but I ain't hyped for Black Panther. I'm sorry. I'm a black man. I understand. It's an all-black cast. I love all of that, but it's the same Marvel formula. It's the same story. It's the same thing. I'm tired of the same. Just don't stop telling me the same formula. I'm tired of that shit. If you want to get me stimulated, come with something different. If the movie turns out, but I'm not interested in that, right? I'm definitely not interested in Infinity War. The thing was, it was going to be Black Panther this year, and I'm not really interested in Black Panther. I saw one clip of it, and I saw the trailers, and I'm like, nah, you know. And it's sad, you know. And people say, well, you ain't black if you ain't like Black Panther. Why? Because it's the name of the film is Black Panther, and there's a lot of black people acting in it. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Hollywood. Hope it makes a ton of money. It's just not my thing. You understand? I'm not just there for numbers. I'm not just there for fan service. I'm not just there for just to see black people on a screen. You know what I'm saying? But they acting out a formula. You know what I'm saying? If you guys get me, you know, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America, the First Avenger. No, sorry, not Captain America, the First Avenger. That's a different story. That's different. What was the other one? Doctor Strange. What we have? What we just recently had? Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy. They're all formulaic films. Thor Ragnarok is a formula of Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, that Guardians of the Galaxy is basically what a Marvel film is. And then when you look at all the other Marvel films, that's what they are. They're basically jokes, action, some dialogue between the characters, a little bit of emotional weight, action, jokes, action. You know what I mean? That's all it is. And so, you know, that's how I feel about that. So let's see what everybody got to say. Okay, so you guys have a lot of things to say here. I see all of these people. Black Panther is cool. It will be Man of Steel dipped in chocolate. I don't think so. I don't think so. Man of Steel, think about it. Man of Steel was about a guy who was to be accepted by the world. He came into the world. He did not know who he was. He did not know his origins. He didn't know his purpose. And he ended up doing things. He was with a good family. He wasn't fully accepted by the people in his community because they knew he was different. And Man of Steel is a really interesting story because Man of Steel is about the coming of age of Superman, yes, but it also involves how we interact with each other, how we interplay with each other, etc. Black Panther is not about that. It's about a guy who has inherited his legacy from his father, and basically, we see that he is going to use that responsibility to defend his world from those people trying to threaten to get into his world and exploit it. That's what Black Panther basically is going to be about. So it's not the same, but I understand black people supporting Black Panther. I get it. And one black person who is notable in my circle of influence, they came to me and said, will you be seeing Black Panther? And I'm like, I didn't answer, you know, because I understand what the film is going to be already. And I've watched the Black Panther animated series. I've read Black Panther comic books and stuff. And T'Challa, to me, I didn't think that Captain America Civil War captured T'Challa for me. Just being honest with you. You know, I didn't feel so. And then what I'm seeing is pretty much the same thing that I saw from Captain America Civil War. The same kind of T'Challa and the same kind of setup and everything. But I'm happy that it's an all-black cast. It's just, it's scripted. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, people, but I'm tired of the same formulaic kind of movies. That's all I'm saying. So those of you who support that movie, cool. Don't study me. That's just my preference. I'm not really into. I realize that my thing is not Marvel. I don't like situational humor. Is more my thing than it is cracking jokes and stuff. I don't even laugh at those things. Leroy Kong, again, I say Justice League is the greatest movie ever. I'm looking forward to Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman 2. DCU is a win for me big time. I never listen to dirty-minded people. All right, cool. I don't think Justice League is the greatest movie ever, but that's my opinion. I can give you reasons, though. Nerd Irati, my best DCEU movie so far is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, Ultimate Cut. That's my favorite DCEU film. But I do think Justice League, if they can, I think that Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is a masterpiece, quite frankly. Some people say that Man of Steel is a masterpiece. No, I think it's just I think it's a good film. I think it's a very good film. I don't think of it as a masterpiece. I don't think of Wonder Woman as a masterpiece. I don't think of those. But Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, that shit is a masterpiece. I don't care what nobody says. And I would have loved, that's why I need to see a director's cut of Justice League. Because I have a feeling if Zack Snyder, you know, conveys what he wants to convey, give him the time to convey what he wants, it's going to be a masterpiece of a movie. So I would love to see that. Nerd Irati magazine says, many Marvel films are Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy over and over. Yes, man, I'm tired of that shit. People can eat that rehashed popcorn, not me. Nerd Irati magazine, so only Captain America is different. Yes, exactly. And for me, it's Captain America: The First Avenger, which was I think we were under Paramount at the time. That movie is dope as hell, man. I love that movie. Iron Man was great for its time, and then they just took that, and because they're always focused around Tony Stark, you know, there's only so much growth you can get with that. You know, with Justice League, at least Batman evolves. You get different slants. I have people like, oh, I didn't like that Batman in Justice League, but I love that Batman in BVS. Why they couldn't have that groveling, bruising Bruce Wayne once again? Well, there's a number of reasons. One, he got hope in him now, so he's not groveling and you know, about death. And then two, the other most important point is that Bruce Wayne has hope in him. He's actually alive again. Bruce Wayne, that is, not Batman, but Bruce Wayne. He's actually alive again. So, duh, you know, and he's accomplishing his objectives, but in a different kind of way. Again, people just don't, I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening in this day and age. So Dave Ethan says, who says we're mad about you wanting the Snyder Cut? We all want that. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Need a Snyder Cut. Oh, yeah. It makes me very excited to see a director's cut. I want the director's cut. I know it's going to be a masterpiece. I don't have to worry about that. I know what Zack Snyder brings to the table. I want to see it. I don't care even if I see this extended cut that's coming out, and the Snyder cut comes out and it has the same, you know, the same material and stuff, but a little more elaborations, but it's done Zack Snyder-y in a way that Zack Snyder does it. That's all I want. And I'm pretty sure I'll be using the director's cut from there on in. But hey, man, for what it's worth, I'll keep a copy of this extended cut with Whedon because I just feel it symbolizes a coming together. And whether people like or hate that, I think it was a beautiful thing that it symbolized that. So I don't really have a problem with that. But don't get it twisted. I know Zack Snyder's. We all know this. We all know because we all Zack Snyder fans. We all know when Zack Snyder puts out the cut that he wants, it's going to be a masterpiece. It's going to destroy. It's going to be bad. All right, we know this. Everybody knows this. So you know what will happen. They'll need some money to do the Snyder cut still though, to complete some posts. And I think they're working on it. I think WB's working on it in the background somewhere. They better, Zach, man. The only thing is, I don't know how they'll handle the reshoot situation because they're not going to get the actors back together. So they're going to have to scramble together whatever they have to be able to update what Zack Snyder may have shot. Because I don't know if he catered for Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman movie. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Maybe he did some of those reshoots already. I don't know. So we'll have to see. I call Black Panther Man of Steel dipped in chocolate because the reviews say his villain is compelling and you understand his point of view. Wakanda has rival tribes that have different points of view. I know, but the villain is Claw in this movie. It's played by what's the guy's name, boy? Let me see if I can pull it up. Hang on a second. And you know what's interesting? Martin Freeman, I think, was in Lord of the Rings as well. That's cool. So Martin Freeman, who plays Everett K. Ross, the white man, not the criminal white man, the other white man, he actually, I think, is the I think he was in Lord of the Rings. Oh my God. Who's the guy that played Gollum? I can't find him. I can't find him. That's crazy. I can't find him. Where the hell is he? He's supposed to be there. He's a principal character. Michael B. Jordan's up in there. That's cool too. I don't know why I can't find him right now. That's so weird. That's so weird. But anyway, it's nice to see him actually acting in things. It looks like they'll show him T'Challa growing up and everything. That would be cool too. I don't know why I can't find it. That's crazy. Michael B. Jordan's one of the villains as well, of course. And the guy who played, you know what? Let me go find him. I'm gonna find him. Lord of the Rings. That's so crazy. That is so freaking crazy. IMDb. Phone's up in there somewhere. Here it is. Because I believe the guy who played okay, wait. Oh, shucks, he would be Voice of the Ring. Gollum. Andy Serkis. That's the name I'm looking for. Andy Serkis, man. He's up in there, man. Andy Serkis. Oh, you guys might have said it too. Let me see. Let me see if you guys got it. Andy Serkis. There you go. Leroy Kong. Okay. Oh, yeah. Y'all were saying a whole set of things here. I wasn't paying attention. Let me see here. Zack Snyder. Okay. Yeah. So Andy Serkis is, I think he's Claw up in there. And I think the other guy, Michael B. Jordan, he's one of the villains as well. Zack Snyder is still the godfather and king of the DCU, the greatest director ever. I don't know if he's the greatest director ever, but man, I'll tell you something, man. The brother is up there with all the great directors. Nerdratty Magazine says, on how the country should go, you have an advanced civilization ruined by tribalism, two men with different points of view fighting to determine the future. That sounds familiar to me. Yes. Yeah. In terms of Krypton with Zod and Jor-El first, and then Zod and Kal-El. I got you there. Yeah, I could see some similarities. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger. Yeah. Leroy Kong, Andy Serkis. Yes. Hello. Yeah, man. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, I hear you, man. I hear you on Black Panther. Yeah. I'm not intrigued by it though. It's the same formula to me, but it is what it is. Dave Ethan. But like I said before, in order to get a Snyder cut of Justice League, we'll have to keep on supporting the current cut that's coming to home release. Yeah, well, because they'll still need some money to do their thing. There's something out there, but it's not 100%. Even though I'm sure they finished some more of the post work on what Zack Snyder was doing anyway, so he may not have a whole lot of post work still left to do. But I really want to see a director's cut now for this movie, Justice League, for sure. So yeah, when it comes to Black Panther, man, I mean, those of you who want to go see Black Panther, I'm not gonna stop y'all. Hell no. You know, if you want to go see Infinity War, man, it's great. It's a great time for comic book movies. I'm never gonna tell people not to go see something. Me personally, I'm not interested that much to go see, and you know, it takes a lot to get me to go into the cinema to see something. And most of the time, I go into the cinema to see a DC movie. It's a DCEU movie. You really don't get me much every year to go. I went and saw Thor Ragnarok, and I regret going to see it in the cinema. I'm never going to see another. Like, man, that turned me off from Marvel too. Because I went into the cinema, I said, you know what, man, I know what this movie might be. Not the kind of movie for me, but I'm going to go see it. And I was like, no, man, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not the kind of movie for you. And so I'm going to take a rate check on Marvel movies for a while. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about the black suit. Again, of course, I would suggest to people that you go and see Justice League. Just like how Zack Snyder's son said, of course, go see it, man. I'll recommend it. It's a damn good movie, all right? Solid. It's solid. I had a ball with it, and there's a lot of other things I want to show up to you guys. Unfortunately, I can't show you everything on YouTube, but I love the movie, man. Don't get it twisted. I love the movie. I can't get enough of it. I go on and watch it all the time. And I got some other things for you guys, so stay tuned. I'm going to put up some material from the deleted scene that one of us showed. I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you the Man of Steel material and the link between the two. It should be awesome. I'll put up that video. But again, my apologies to Stephen M. Colbert. He was right. My apologies to those people who said there was a black suit in the movie, regardless of whether you thought Superman was wearing it or not, and you had all your theories and speculation about that. There was actually a black suit in the movie, and they pulled it out. So it is what it is. I always have no problem apologizing. I just want the truth to come out. All right. And with respect to a lot of people saying a lot of other things that are not true, they still remain not true. With respect to the people who want to see this movie's downfall and the detractors, I'm not with them. I'm not going to be on the same page. Looking forward to Aquaman, of course. And I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to Aquaman as well. I hope in the future the Warner Brothers will just stick to the script, just trust in their directors, stick to what they do best. It was nice, though, to have a little collaboration between a director who had directed a Marvel film and DC. Joss Whedon tried his best. And, you know, for the most part, he tried to keep Snack's vision, and he managed to do that. Warner Brothers tried to make the film a little bit too light, I thought, at the end, and I don't think that the CGI was finished for this film. When it came up on the screen, it was still rushing to complete the project. Hopefully, they complete the project with the digital stuff. But other than that, man, this is a solid film. And I just wanted to discuss the black film, the black suit. That's all. Hope you guys enjoyed. You guys have a great day. And just remember one other thing. Zack Snyder, his intention is not just to make these movies just for you to be entertained. They are to pass on. They're translational. I know some of us experience these movies. They know about them. We know about the characters. Lex Luthor is a very real character to me. I see people behaving like Lex Luthor all the time. And we learn how to deal with these characters. It was nice to see Lex Luthor at the end of the movie. I still don't have my pirated copy some of us have pirated copies of this movie. We're gonna buy the movie too. That's why I'm telling you, I can't get enough of this damn movie. Also, Lex Luthor is a fantastic villain. I've never seen no villain like him of late. I've seen some in older movies. I've seen villains like him, but of late we haven't seen a villain quite like him. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with Lex Luthor. I would love to see where that goes as well. Next video I put up hopefully will be to show you the Easter egg callback to Man of Steel, and also make a little commentary on that in a very brief video. Until then, you guys have a great day. Nerdorati Magazine, Leroy Khan, Dave Ethan, Suk Mike Huck, you guys, Shadow Dragon 1939. You guys have a great one. And we need to discuss more about Justice League. There's so much more to Justice League that we have not really discussed. I would love to have you guys in a hangout where you guys could talk and we could share in a hangout. So we're gonna get into Justice League. In the meantime, check out Samuel Utton's channel. Samuel Utton breaks down scenes in these movies, really does an excellent job of it. Check him out. You guys have a great one. Oops. Oh, come on. Hey, what? Come on.